Good morning, gamers, and welcome back to the morning news. My name is Mikey. I'm your host today. Let me tell you about the headlines. We have huge headlines from last week. People are adapting AI into their brain. Also, we have the biggest oopsie on the platform, which is very funny. We also have AI cringe, which is maybe not even AI. We have is 40k satire. And finally, we have some hot gossip regarding Golden Demon, hot off the press. And by press, I think I'm going to be the first person to talk about it. You haven't heard about this before. It's very important. But welcome to the stream. Good morning. My name is Mikey. Thank you so much for tuning in to the morning news. What do you call this? Money past. Look. Okay. So for some reason, I set the stream at 10 rather than 10:15 like I normally do. Because I stream at 10:15 every single Wednesday, 7 p.m. every single Monday, and 8 p.m. most Fridays, considering I'm at events all the time. But if I was already 15 minutes late because I set the wrong time, what's another 5 minutes between friends, right? What's another 5 minutes between friends? And we're all friends here. Okay. Right. Look, streaming is the hardest job in the world, okay? Streaming is one of the hardest jobs in the world. You guys wouldn't understand. All right. Maybe need a chest class. Okay, can I have 5 minutes of my time? All right. I'll end 5 minutes early. How's that? I'll end 5 minutes early. Is that what you want? Or do you want me to finish 5 minutes late? It's up to you. All events all the time. You go to one GTA a year. I was literally insomnia for 4 days. You tuned into the live stream, Martin. Look, not everything's about Warhammer, all right? Grow up. Touch grass. I'm wearing a t-shirt that says it now. Let's go touch grass, okay? Not everything's about Warhammer tournament, all right? Sometimes you just want to play events. Sometimes you just want to have a good time, all right? But why does it say 10 on the weight screen? Because the goblins, all right? The naglings have got into the system. The warp. It sounds about Warhammer. No, it isn't. It's about me. It's about me, Martin. All right? It's about me. We're not even really talking about Warhammer today. We're talking about... I guess Golden Demon is technically Warhammer. We're talking about cheating. All right? It's the news. So welcome. Let me say hello to everyone who's in chat who's being nice to me. If you aren't being nice, cringe. But also, Jamati, love you. Thank you so much for the gift of membership whilst I wasn't live. Appreciate you. It's quite funny as well because my chat didn't load whilst I wasn't online. So I was like, oh, no one's here. This is really cringe. And then I refreshed to get the link so I can put it on screen here. And it was just like, where is it? I was like, oh, fuck. Okay. Can I refund that gift if this isn't about Warhammer? No, you can't. Unlucky. Scammed. Good morning, Salon Star, David J. Arhane, Mersoki, Naiji, and hello again. Thank you, Jamati, for the gift of membership. Really appreciate you. Only 49 I've Deck no play plays 5 times. Well, he's gifted once. So I think you're back up to 50 now. I think that's how it works, right? Are we on a sliding scale? If he gives 50, if you give 50. Probably gone to Greg's. I have not been to Greg's. Good morning, Radio. How are you? Who else? Salad Star, Lambo. Log off as soon as he appears. You're still here, Lambo. You've been cooked. You've been scammed. Niall, good morning. Pre-stream poo's back. I did not do a pre-stream poo. I was just making coffee and getting ready. If only Mikey had an Only Hands tier membership with WhatsApp group to remind him. Do I? Chat, look, if I added an extra tier with like a WhatsApp group, would you be interested? Would that be cringe? Would that be cringe? If I had an extra tier and I had like a WhatsApp group and I sent you a birthday card, or would that be kind of cool? Would you be like, wow, Mikey, that's so hype. Wow, Mikey, actually, I'll buy 2. I'll take the lot. I'll take the lot. Okay, let me consider it. It's still late at 10:15. If I'm 15 minutes late anyway, why not be another 5 minutes? Look, if you're going to be late for work, don't rush, all right? You're already late. You're already shit. You literally can't get any worse, all right? That's what I always learn. Anyway. Good morning, little plastic people, and Conga Stewie. Hello, how are you doing? And Kayari, hello. And an extra tier for feet pics. That could be a good one. Well, good morning. Good morning. Again, if you just tuned in, we've got loads to go over. There's some more Golden Demon gossip regarding a particular... Oh, what was that? Did anyone hear that whisper in the background? The sword. I had some interesting news, but we've got a lot of news to go over. Okay, so if you haven't tuned into the morning news before, thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Mikey. What I do is I talk to the chat for a little bit, and then I go over the main headlines. And what the Wednesday show is a little bit different compared to my other shows, because it's more like internet gossip rather than Warhammer exclusively gossip. But there is I'm going to be talking about Warhammer today. Don't you worry. I've got an article from Wargaming about 40k being satire, which I thought was quite interesting. We can have a look at. But also huge Golden Demon gossip, which is like the main headline. Because if you watch the stream on Monday, you'll know that I got like a random email and I've looked into it and I'm a bit like, ooh, hello indeed. So until we get there, say hi. Did Niall lose mod rights? Niall's a mod in the Discord, I think. Right? That's it, right? Sorry, chat. Just like my volume is out. We had a big debate on Ask Mikey about Grey Knight counting as reinforcement. I did see that. I think it's safe to say it does. There's an interesting debate of rules in Ask Mikey, so if you are a member, then join in, get involved. !Discord in chat. Tune in. If you're a member, you get access to you get full access to the Discord. You get loads of extra places to chat. You get to annoy me all the time. And it's a good place to hang out. So he keeps promising to make me a mod, but then never delivers. Maybe I don't trust you, Lambo. Maybe it's your problem. maybe there's a... If he keeps promising and never follows through, why is that? Also join Discord to pick which models we airbrush for a Hellstorm vid. Yeah, so I'm doing a video with Nick soon. You might have seen, I will leak behind the scenes. Let me leak this one. I'll happily leak this one for people just because it's easier than getting it up on my phone. You might have seen my desk. Look at the state of it. It is covered in Ravaged miniatures. We got Gokog, we got the Amari, we've got the Veil Torch. So I'm going to be doing some videos with Ravaged pretty soon, as you can see, because they have sent me a whole bunch of stuff to play with. So if you're interested in Ravaged, then excellent. If you're not interested in Ravaged, they're going to be a bit more generic. They're going to be like painting videos or videos with models. And the first one is a leak, but I'll leak that I'm teaching Nick how to use an airbrush because he's a professional painter who doesn't know how to use an airbrush. So that should be a fun video. So basically in the Discord I posted like everything we've got basically. If there's any miniatures you'd like to see in particular get painted by Nick, that'd be really cool. Let us know which ones you'd like to see because there's quite a lot to choose from. So this is me. They're all over my desk. I've been rebuilding them because some of them have come in bits, obviously, because someone got the arms to come on, and some of them are just like broken, and I'm just repairing those and stuff. But there's a lot to do. There's a hell of a... Oh, sorry, 1 second. Forgot to get rid of the news show. There's a lot to go over there, which is going to be really fun. So that's the plan with that. We're going to be teaching Nick how to airbrush. And Nick will be a god tier painter. It'll be almost as good as me. Classic Mikey behaviour. What have I done? I'm here for mini painting cooking shows and finding ways to make Mikey do everything he calls cringe repeatedly. Still waiting for that cringe army painting sesh, by the way. I don't remember which one that one was. Cringe army painting sesh. He also promises Hellstorm B team shirts. You got those. You just delivered it to the wrong place. Is it a good game? Now, I haven't actually played the game, but I have played... I have watched a lot of their videos about it. Hey, Mercenary, thanks for the gift of membership. Thank you so much for the gift of membership. Really appreciate you.
Gifted member.
Shah, make sure you say thank you. Enjoy the Discord as well. Especially Discord in chat. I haven't actually played it. I've been watching the development diaries from Mini Wargaming. They makes it seem quite fun. It looks quite fun. I like the system. I like some of the aspects. I helped develop because I am a playtester for it. Though I've been more doing like the rules analysis rather than actually playing it like hand in hand. But I am a playtester for Ravage Star, but I've just been helping with like rules, terminology. So I have been helping, but not as much as I probably should. I didn't get mine. It's been held hostage by Andy. I mean, and that's my fault. How's that my fault? Looks like you don't have enough models for you and Nick to paint. Would you like to donate some? We're not painting all those in one video. I'm not painting all those in one video, but we will be painting them over a couple of videos. I need some like painting ideas though with those miniatures. Like, what sort of stuff would you like to see? As I said, I'm going to be doing a how to airbrush video with Nick, teaching a pro how to paint with an airbrush. But if you've got any other ideas, then do let me know, because they probably will become videos. Like I've just done kind of similar to the Grimdark one, if you watch that one, where I painted the Dark Souls minis with Streak and Grime. That was fun. I've done Sponge Blob. I've done Blip Blap Blob. So I just kind of need to like come up with some other ideas. But that's the plan. So I need to come up with like 3 videos. One of them being the airbrush one, so 2 more. How to use contrast paint properly? Chat, picks color scheme, paint by numbers. Good idea. They have so much detail, they lend well to like undershading technique. Okay, interesting. Don't use garlic and tuna. I think garlic and tuna could work. Tuna paint masterclass for Hellstorm Mikey. Okay, cool. That's 2 videos done. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, everyone. Appreciate you. Got 2 videos in the bag. In the bag. Okay. Okay, shall we talk about some gossip? I'm glad Martin's shirt at warm-up and pretend to be him. That would be funny. That'd be very funny. We have sold out, though. Exclamation point shop in chat if you're interested in coming to a tournament of mine. But we've actually sold out the first event in April. So, like, in, what, 3 weeks? 1, 2... 2.5 weeks. Wowza. I need to get that map pack finished. I think exclamation point shop. Hell yeah, exclamation point shop. Fucking look at me. I'm so professional. Sold out including your ticket. Yes, your ticket's gone as well. I think so. Anyway, I want to check the admin. We had a few sales like the past few days, which I've not caught up with. I want to make sure my numbers are correct. However, yeah. So the first event is actually sold out, which is pretty hype, which is pretty sick. So if you go to the website now, as you'll be able to see, there are only 2 events left. If you go to the store, hellstormwargaming.co.uk/shop, you can see everything that's on sale. If you go like select category and go event tickets, which is annoying at the bottom, but I'll try and sort that. There's only 2 left. We've got the Super All Stars, which is happening in August, September. And then we have the Cool Down event, which is in November. So this is November 23rd, 24th, as you can see. So if you'd like to come to one of our events, I'd recommend coming to this one. It's going to be sick. It's going to be hype. This one's in Sheffield. This one's at Sanctuary Gaming Centre. I'm going to be plugging these pretty much every stream because we need to sell tickets. It's kind of important. This one especially. This one might go bankrupt. I had tickets left for Super All Stars, like 80 left. We've only sold like 40. There's still a lot of time. There's 86 in stock. So you can do the math. So if you haven't got a ticket, I'd highly recommend it. If you've been to a tournament before and you didn't like it, maybe give another one a try. Come to mine because it's the best event anywhere. 5 types of terrain, so it's not all the same table everywhere. It's like a unique experience where every table, each bank of 5 tables is a different type of terrain, and your table is random. So you are unlikely to play on the same type of terrain every game. It has happened where someone's played on the same type of terrain 4 times. But that was just purely by chance. They moved around the hall, but played on the same table. Denominator? Denominator. Because it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then it starts again. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's all player place. There'll be so player place is getting changed. Obviously, that's one we've had the most complaints about recently. It'll be if you both want to play player place, you can play player place. If you don't need, one of you doesn't want to play player place, you'll play on a set terrain piece. So technically 6. Technically 6. Best 40k event in Sheffield at the OEC the last weekend of August. Bro, that was mean. You love my events. That was mean. 40k players when they come to my events. How are you going to make me coffee? I've got so many cringe coasters now, it's ridiculous. Now listen to the haters, give them player placed. No, so I'm letting them choose, you know? I'm giving them the option. No mulligan for the same terrain. If I have the space, then yeah. But if I'm like sold out, then I can't, you know. But the fact is, it's a different layout every time, so. Player place or charge back. You're so mean, mate. You can play player place as much as you like. It's if your opponent doesn't want to, that's the problem. Generally the best tournament / social experience period. Too right, Big C. Too right, my brother. Team Typhus, his objective markers. I don't know what those words mean. Typhus objective markers, like the character. Hey, guys, what trades are you doing, bud? It's your name. Anyway, if you've got a ticket for All Stars, tell someone else. Tell someone else about it. And tell them to come along. The best way to spread events is word of mouth. I can shout about it all I want, but I do need people to like say, hello, this is a cool event, come with me. It's the best way to get people through the door. Taffy's one of the Polish team. Oh, right, okay. Did he give himself that nickname? Because if he did, it's cringe. Anyway, chat, shall we do some news? Shall we go through the news? Because I know you're all wanting to hear about the Golden Demon, but we've got a lot of headlines to go through. We've got a lot of headlines to go through. We'll save satire for the end, because I feel like that could be like an interesting conversation, but I also feel like it might not be very, very long. It might be quite long. So we'll do satire at the end. We'll do Golden Demon right before the end. Okay? So if someone comes in and says, what's this about the title clickbait? Just say he's not got to it yet, or he's already done it. You have to tell them. But sometimes I'm mid-conversation. I'm mid-point. You have to be the one. One of my Manchester opponents is coming to All Stars 2 because I told him how hype it is and he wants another game with me. Hell yeah, dude. That's so sick. Thank you. That's really cool of you. I think I know who you're referring to as well. And they did buy a ticket. Yeah, that's really cool. Thank you. Is that your own Golden Demon rival at Old Super All Stars? Shall we call it Copper Demon? Copper Desmond. That could be fun. Do my own Golden Demon. Be a good way to get more people through the door. Anyway, Chatterinos, let's talk about the news. Look, there's been a lot of news happening in the internet this week. There's been a lot going on. So let me give you the entire rundown of what I've seen that I thought was either interesting or funny. We're going to call it interesting or funny. Okay. First off, we've always talked about AI. We always talk about emerging technologies. But what about technologies that allow you to play video games all night? Some of you are like, I already have this technology. But some people don't. Because someone who is, I believe, paralyzed, like quite heavily paralyzed, is chair-bound and is all sorts of things, which is really sucks, was the first to receive the Neuralink brain implant and used it to play Civ 6 all night. Quote, it was awesome. Which I thought was hilarious. It was awesome, guys. So Neuralink is obviously the new brain chip that Elon Musk invented. And by that I mean he paid someone to invent it and then claimed all the credit. They had a Neuralink installed in their brain. They used it to play Civilization 6 all evening. He also used it to play Mario Kart. Now, I don't have a full article, but I thought that was an epic win. All right, an epic win for gamers everywhere. No matter what, you will be able to be a gamer, all right? Back to Jack. No matter what, we can be gamers, and we love this. We love this for us, okay? We love that for us. We love being gamers. I love being a gamer. You love being a gamer, okay? So no matter what, you can be one, all right? All right, okay. That was a very quick headline. Was it Alt-Q to close the tab? No, I don't remember. Next up. Oh, yeah, the second point of this was a paralyzed man in a chair guiding a civilization for a millennia with the power of his mind has a bit of a what happened 40k vibe to it. I told you it was a 40k show. I forgot this point, which I thought was also very funny because this is the original tweet I saw. We are living in the times that a man can lead us from a chair. A whole civilization for an entire millennia because it's the Emperor. The Emperor is real. He's coming for us via Neuralink. Which is Delta Zelon, how many monkeys he killed in the process. I dread to think how many monkeys Elon Musk has helped torture to bring out Neuralink. However, at least we could play Civ 6. All right? At least we could play Civ 6. That's the most important thing at this point. Okay. So that was the first part of the news. A very quick headline. The next headline, also from Twitter. Don't we love Twitter? Okay. The next headline is our favorite messaging service. Our favorite Discord. And there's only one Discord. Our favorite service we use for our community. !Discord in chat. They tweeted yesterday. Oops. As you can see. Oops. That was it. That's all they said. Because if you didn't know, Discord did a little oopsie on April 1st. We talked about April 1st pranks on Monday. You might not have seen this one, but let me show you a little video, okay? Let me show you a little video, okay? It is 17 seconds long. It is from Discord. Let's have a look. Very cute. Very cute little video, you know? Very cute little video. A nice little animation. A cool music. Announcing loot boxes in Discord. Very funny, okay? And if you haven't seen these, they're essentially loot boxes where you randomly open a loot box. You get an emote to use for a limited time on Discord, okay? Pretty cute thing. Pretty funny. Funny April Fools, okay? However, what Discord accidentally did, because they incorporated it into the app. Obviously, if you've got the app installed on your computer, you can look at our Discord, especially Discord in chat. As you can see, look at that, leaks. You go to general chat, you can see when people have joined, and look at all these extra rooms you can access that I haven't read yet. Look at all these extra rooms you can access if you are a member. Oh, look at that. Especially my Discord. What can I say? Become a member today. However, if you have this installed on your PC, go on, quickly spam general chat. Go on, spam general chat. If you have this installed on your PC, you helped Discord break records, okay? Literally break records and break YouTube on their own, okay? Because what Discord actually did was when they announced the loot boxes as a funny little gag, they incorporated it into the app. But what was happening is when you weren't looking at the video, because the video would like go, loot boxes are here, here's a little animation, would you like to watch it again? And you press no. It would actually continue playing the video in the background, kind of like how crypto farming works, all right? Kind of like how crypto farming works. And they linked an embedded link to the YouTube channel, which then has garnered 1.4 billion views. That's billion with a B, as Walter would say. 1.4 billion views. This has single-handedly broken every single record YouTube currently holds with any video of upload within 24 hours, such as most views within an hour, most views within 3 hours, most views within 12 hours, most views within 24 hours. It's not a music video, okay? Mr. Beast has been breaking this record with every new upload by beating his record of going like, oh, I only got 70 million views within 24 hours. So now I'm going to break it by getting 75 million views in the first 24 hours. And then GTA 6 trailer came out, which beat the record. And then Mr. Beast beat that record. And they've been like neck and neck. Mr. Beast has been basically carrying the record of most views within 24 hours around the 200 million mark. Discord did it with one video for 1.4 billion views by view-botting across the planet. Which is actually crazy. Actually crazy. So this is the most viewed video within the first day. It has now joined the billion view club, which, as you can see, is a big thing on YouTube. Part of the billion view club after it started in 2012 when Gangnam Style hit the billion view club. Obviously, all the records that Discord has broken is non-music video related, but but it got there within a day. Now, it's not the most viewed video ever, but it is on its way. There are currently 30 views, which is including music, 30 videos, which have up to 3.56 billion views. But if you take out music, I think it lands in the top 30. Because music videos, obviously, they are perfect for getting repeated, getting watched over and over. So if you wanted to know why Discord was tweeting, haha, little oopsie by us, it's because they broke YouTube and probably cost YouTube a lot of money. Now, this is a video that is 17 seconds long. 17 seconds garners one advert at the beginning, one advert at the end at tops. Okay, there are no mid-roll ads in this video. And the main way YouTube makes money is by membership, super chats, and adverts. Adverts is the biggest one, you know, like all the things you do when you're interacting with a streamer or someone on the platform. Excuse me. When you're interacting with the streamer, like sending super chats, gifting memberships, or whatever, YouTube obviously takes a cut, but their main income is ad revenue. However, because this video is only 17 seconds long, this will be making next to nothing in ad revenue. So the chances are this video has cost YouTube more to host it than it's made in ad revenue for the hosting, which is also kind of funny. So Discord not only has broken all of these records, it's probably cost YouTube a hell of a lot of money to host a video that has 1.4 billion views within a day. Which is very funny. Which is very, very funny. Just a tiny little accidental 1.4 billion views. It's very good. Probably not to host it, but to play bandwidth. Yeah, the bandwidth to play it. To host it as a player. My apologies. My terminology wasn't correct. To play it 1.4 billion times will have cost them a lot more than this will have generated in ad revenue. I imagine this has probably made 100k in ad revenue if they're lucky. Like as a guess, like maybe 100k if they're 100k if they're very lucky. It'll probably will have cost that, if not more, to play it 1.4 billion times, which is very funny. So Mr. Beast can suck it. They probably can. He's never beat. I don't think he'll ever beat this record, not without viewbotting himself. 1 million seconds is 12 days. 1 billion seconds is 30 years. Just to put that in perspective, how many views that is. Exactly. Now it's 17. Now it's 17 1 billion seconds. You know? How many years is that? Quite a lot. I love that the related suggested video for you is one video about NFT games, like it knows this was basically crypto mining YouTube form. Oh, that one. I've never seen that one. Is it good? Is it a good vid? I didn't see that one before. But anyway, just to add to the chaos, let's watch it one more time. Let's just cost YouTube even more money, but I have previews, so they probably don't care. They probably don't give a fuck. But anyway, there you go. That's why Discord broke YouTube this week. It is very funny. Very, very funny. Anyway, that's another short news. Another quick headline. It basically has an entire series of videos about NFT crypto games and how they're all cringe and awful and zero players. Oh, that's fucking always surprised. Now, if Discord can use that revenue to improve their chat, that revenue is pennies for Discord. That revenue is pennies. Okay. Another big headline is, you know me. Okay. You know me. I love, or we all love, to dunk on AI, you know? We all love to dunk on AI and how cringe it is. You know? Because we know AI cringe. AI stolen. People using it is cringe. People make Willy Wonka shows and that's cringe. People use it to write books and that's cringe. People use it to win painting competitions and that's also cringe. Okay. But sometimes they can use it for good. You know? Sometimes they can use it for good, but also bad because it steals jobs from people's. Yeah, we know you. Yeah, we do. Okay. So you might have heard of the Amazon Fresh stores. Wait, people release books based on generated text? Yeah. The guy who did the Willy Wonka thing has 16 books under his name, all written by ChatGPT. 16. They all feature the unknown as well. But yeah, like writing books. There's like a big thing at the minute about recipe books being wrote by ChatGPT. So like, I watched a video the other day by Atrioc, and he was talking about like food industry drama, and like a big thing is AI cookbooks that are then reviewed by AI, which is very funny, and it's just really bad. What, Amazon Fresh? Yeah, so you might have heard of Amazon Fresh, which is essentially Amazon's local store that is essentially like a co-op. Like a supermarket, like a small supermarket, which is all run off AI. All run from AI, obviously. You know? Oh, I've got someone at my door. Chat, you have to wait a second. Hold that thought. There's someone in the newsroom. Sorry, chat. Very important breaking news came just in. Sorry about that. I've had another package from Brother Star. Don't generate AI replacement for Mikey. That recycling your electrical cats will do. Was it pizza? No, it was a package. It's Wednesday. Packages always arrive on a Wednesday. Get his first suit delivered. Don't be stupid. So as I was saying, Amazon Fresh is essentially a local supermarket. However, no staff are there on the till. There are no tills. You log in with your account at the door. You essentially scan your account in or log in with your account or whatever. And as you collect things, right? As you collect things and leave the shop, it automatically charges your Amazon account because it was all using AI. It was all using AI to charge and work out what you've taken, and the like pristine technology was used to work out if you grabbed the sandwich of ham or the sandwich of prawn, okay? And it would charge your account. However, whilst it was billed a triumph of AI, it turns out they might be closing them due to the fact that the employment costs were way too high because they were actually using low-paid Indian workers to manually add up the stuff in your car using a series of cameras and then charging your Amazon account. There was no AI involved. The only AI involved was a Indian who was watching you to charge you later. Oh, baby, this is just funny. So low-paid Indian workers were used to manually add up the cart, as you can see from Gizmodo.com. Amazon is phasing out its checkout-less grocery stores with just walkout technology. Just walkout technology, i.e. cameras and people watching the cameras who are underpaid. The only AI was the exploitation and the friends we made along the way. The company's senior vice president of grocery stores say they moved away from just walkout, which relied on cameras and sensors to track what people were leaving the store with. There's over half of Amazon Fresh stores equipped with just walkout. The technology allows customers to stick checkout altogether by scanning the QR code when they enter the store. Though it seemed completely automated, just walkout relied on more than 1,000 people in India watching and labeling videos to ensure accurate checkouts. The cashiers were simply moved off-site and they watched you as you shopped. So you were just walking around on camera and this, like, you know, crazy technology that you are going to be like, oh yeah, look, I can just walk away with it and the computer already knows what to charge me. It's actually a guy thousands of miles away on his Windows 95 desktop with one camera watching you and adding it up as he goes along. Surely the L in AI stands for legal. Instead, Amazon is moving towards dash carts, a scanner and screen that's embedded into your shopping cart as you check out your shop. Because they don't want to pay people in India anymore. What they want you to do is just scan it when you go around. It's so funny. They promoted this like it was like the future, you know. It was like, this is the future, guys. Okay, you walk into a shop, you grab what you want, you'll just be charged later, don't worry about it. But it was actually just people watching you and adding it up later. Some poor man in Mumbai watching me buy my 17th bar of chocolate that day. AI, actually Indian. It's so funny. It's so funny. He's so funny. He's so good. We're rolling out Amazon Dash Cart, our smart shopping cart, said Amazon spokesperson. Amazon confirmed this feature is replacing just walkout technology in existing stores. So they're just going to make you scan it like you're at Tesco. You can have a little scanner in your shopping cart. You're going to go, boop, put it in your cart. That's going to be it. No AI involved. When the cheapest labor in the world gets too expensive. Oh, no. Just Walkout was first introduced in 2016, presenting Amazon's biggest and boldest innovation in grocery shopping. The technology seemed incredible, but there were some stumbles. It often took hours for customers to receive receipts after leaving the store, largely because offshore cashiers were rewatching videos and assigning items to different customers. The systems and scanners and video cameras in each store is also incredibly expensive. According to the information, 700 out of 1,000 just walkout sales required human reviewers of 2022. This widely missed Amazon's internal goals of reaching less than 50 reviews per 1,000 sales. Amazon called this characterization inaccurate and disputes how do purchasers require reviews. So they're complaining about the cheap labor. The cheap labor was just trying to do its job. This is funny. The primary role of our machine learning data associates is to annotate video images, which is necessary for continuously improving the underlying machine learning model powering, said an Amazon spokesperson to Gizmodo. However, the spokesperson acknowledged that these associates validate a small minority of shopping visits when AI can't determine a purchase. Amazon Fresh, the e-commerce giant grocery store, first launched in 2007, just over 40 locations around the United States. The company owns Whole Foods, and many of Amazon Fresh's experiments are seen as precursors for the large chain. They're keeping some of the Just Walkout technology in a small number of fresh stores in the United Kingdom. So next time you go to Amazon Fresh, look out for the cameras. Put a little tape on the cameras for funnies. As long as it's Amazon Go convenience stores, Amazon has also implemented Just Walkout. Shut up. Just Walkout technology at several ballparks around the country. These locations will keep the technology going. It's just hilarious. So there you go. So whilst it was trying to use AI, it was mostly relying on 1,000 Indian workers to tell you what you had and hadn't bought. So if you ever got it wrong, blame them. So I thought that was fucking hilarious. I actually thought that was so funny. Everyone I've ever talked to about Amazon Fresh did so in the context of it messed up what it charged me. I wonder why. Those poor blokes on those tiny CRT monitors trying to work out if you bought a Cadbury's or Amazon's own chocolate bar. In my local corner shop, there's a man with loads of CCTV who sits behind the counter watching you to charge you for everything you pick up. Just have to stop at the till to pay. It's the same technology, Steve. Are you talking about Amazon Fresh? AI actually incriminating. The amount of times that I'm with the chap I care with that they asked to go through the whole trolley on the self-scan. The amount of times when I'm with the chap I care with that, they asked to go through the whole trolley on the self-scan. Oh, so they scan it and then they ask you to go for it again? Amazon disputes it. They wish they'd gotten down to 700 per 1,000. Yeah, exactly. Workers unite, have nothing to lose but your CCTV camera connection. Watching Westerners backslap each other as they smoke, putting letters in the trolley thinking AI had anything to do with it. Quite funny. Imagine having to watch people just buy way too much food when you mostly eat rice and then being fired because it's too expensive to keep you. Yeah, a little bit. A little bit dystopian, to be honest. I'm gonna get Amazon AI to play my 40k games. They might do better. Oh, fucking brilliant. So there is your cringe AI update of the week. It's not flawless, the system. The amount of times it fails at the end and then a member of staff has to come over to go through your trolley again. Just a joke. You know what? I find it crazy that, like, they're introducing self-checkout more and more, right? They introduce these, like, more and more self-checkouts at supermarkets, which is fine. But then they make you self-checkout and then some staff member has to come up and be like, excuse me, you've been manually selected. We have to check your bag to make sure you paid for everything. And I'm a bit like, look, if you don't trust me to scan my shopping, don't make me do it myself. How about that? How about that, Tesco? Like, how about that, Morrison's? Like, if you don't trust me to scan my own shopping and you think I'm robbing you, don't make me do it myself. Get rid of the self-service, you know? Fancy point at the stream as usual whenever Mikey's playing shuffles in Sonic music. What can I say? What can I say? It's Sonic. It's Sonic. It's Hyper Potions, baby. Didn't a few supermarkets start rolling back self-checkout because too much of stuff was getting nicked? Yeah, I think so. England crazy, never had my bag checked. It's only happened to me once and I was really pissed off about it. Assuming Amazon wants to move manufacturing products into space stations, doing this with Amazon Fresh doesn't surprise me. What they go... That just sounds so stupid. What should I do? Alexa, what should I do with my Fire Warriors? Charge the Conversers. I can also talk like a dog. Alexia! Who's that funny guy on TikTok? Is it Italian Back, his name? He's so funny. I think he's called Italian Back. And he was like, did a skit of like old people trying to get music to play on Amazon. Yeah, it's called Italian Back. And he's like, Alexia, play 80s pop. Must be because you fit the criminal stereotype to a T. I do actually. I actually do. Yeah, you're right. I do. I look like a criminal. I look like a criminal all the time. Because, you know what? I am a bit of a criminal because I have spies everywhere, you know? I'm like, I've got little birds, they will good say. I'm like, what's his face? Is it Varys? In Game of Thrones. What I'm trying to say is, look, I cover a lot of drama on this channel, you know? And by drama, is like, that's like a catch-all term for everything. I cover a lot of interesting stories on this channel where I look at what other people are doing, and if they're doing something stupid, I'll call them out. You know, that's kind of like my jam, and you guys seem to enjoy that, you know. But sometimes I don't always notice everything, you know. I don't always notice everything, and sometimes people contact me with stories, you know. Are you trying to say that you got no balls anymore? I don't know what that means. When Bezos went to space, rather than look at Earth and marvel in its glory, he looked around the empty space and said he wanted to build factories up there as it's free real estate. Brilliant. Lord of Whispers, right? Varys doesn't have testicles. That's not what I was saying. What I was saying was, he's on the Lord of Whispers, okay? Sometimes I don't have to look for the stories. The stories are sent to me via email, all right? Now, I was sent an email on Monday. On stream, and I didn't look at it on stream, but I did a quick glance. I was like, huh, that's quite interesting. Now, I don't normally listen to things that like happen in email. Most of it's scam. I always have a if it's like a random email, I'll have a look. Okay, and I've actually got a screenshot of the email. Okay, so this is regarding Golden Demon. All right. Now, sadly, it's talking about Golden Demon of 2022, I think. However, it was quite interesting and also quite incriminating, all right? So before I go on, this is all allegedly. I don't have the evidence. I've merely got an email, all right? I merely got an email that I would like to tell you about. And it is about Alex dos Santos 2022 winning Golden Demon entry. Okay, and Alex dos Santos won the Slayer sword recently. So here's the email. These are facts, and by facts I mean allegedly, because this is a random email. Okay, I found the post of Horak 3D recently because everything related to the entry was deleted. I felt compelled to speak up about all the recent events of Golden Demon 2024, talking about, like, you know, the AI and stuff like that. 2022 breaking news. Listen. This is interesting. Alex's Eisenbrett, the Lord of Iron, included a lot of third-party components sculpted by Mike Horak, or Horak 3D, known by Mike Horak in 2022. There were a lot of whip on Alex's Instagram back then, just before Golden Demon 2022, and were clearly able to see the resin parts on the conversion. Right before the competition, he was made aware by someone that his entry was in fact ineligible for Warhammer 40k single, but it was sculpted by a third party. It is not allowed. See Rule 3.4. He deleted all the posts from his Instagram account and still entered his Eisenbrett into the Warhammer 40k single category. He won bronze. It's bad sportsmanship, and letting this go is like encouraging people who don't deserve to win to actually win. What if it was you? What if you won a commended entry but instead could have won a bronze won that bronze demon? I keep thinking about all those people who work so hard in hope of winning a Golden Demon entry, and that follow and applying the rules. I think it's just unfair. Doing nothing is like betraying myself, but also the community. It's quite a damning email, you know. Quite a damning email. So let me have a look. So I've got the incriminating miniature. Okay. The incriminating miniature. This is the Eisenbrett. Obviously, it's a very beautiful paint job. You know, no matter what, whenever we talk about Golden Demons, it's interesting email, but the Ted and layer is super cringe. Very cringe. What if? So this is obviously, like, it's a beautiful miniature. The paint job's beautiful, and this won bronze at the time. But this is the image they linked, and also what they also linked was, now they linked Golden Demon entry 2024. Okay. Now it says entries may only contain components manufactured by GW. Entries incorporating third-party products or components will not be considered. Now this is obviously 2024. I don't have the rules for 2022. If anyone does, post them in the Discord. All right. Can we see this? Okay. Is this still there? Because it might not be, and I don't even know which Golden Demon he entered. To be honest, it's just a Golden Demon in 2022. It just says he entered. But as you can see, they also included these images. So this is a backpack and a hammer, as you can see. Built over MCP Doc Ock mini controversial. It's very Doc Ock. It's Doc Ock build, but that's fine. And then there was this one. So this is the Instagram Horak 3D. Looking back at the creative journey in the year 2022, some time ago, I modeled impressive 3D bits, and my friend Alex does minis in 3ds Max. I'm proud to have showcased my skills in 3D modeling. With his extraordinary artistic talent, he secured the 3rd place at the Golden Demon with Eisenbrecht, Lord of Iron. So obviously he's come out and said that he's sculpted it. And now the latest updates that were added later, this project becomes even more exciting and thrilled to present to you these fascinating 3D bits and exciting additions. And then there's his account. But as you can see, if you look at like this, you look at the helmet, you look at the hammer, you look at like the backpack, and then you look at this, it's quite clear that those are the same bits. If you look at like the backpack, especially, like they got the Chaos Star, the trim around here, and then the spiked horns there, is quite clearly the same piece. And if you look at the hammer as well, the hammer is like a big giveaway, I think. You got like the studs there, you got the spike there, you got the trim on the back, and you've got all the same stuff there. So obviously all of this wasn't sculpted by Alex at the time. Do you have the 2022 rules? Just post them on Discord, bud. If you got them on Discord, that'd be great. ! Discord in chat. So if that wasn't allowed, then he's clearly broken the rules, which I thought was quite funny. And also, why did I get an email for it 2 years after it happened? This feels like 40k rules layering. I mean, probably, yeah. Probably, yeah. I'll post linking free. Linking free is fine. Let's have a look. So we've got the terms and conditions here. Entry must submit your entry event. Entries must be accompanied by GW's entry form. All entries must be submitted. All the entries wholly painted by the entries. Entries submitted on behalf of someone else. Entries may only contain components manufactured by GW. Entries incorporating third-party products or artifacts will not be considered. Does that not count if this is UK 2022? Does that not mean it was illegal? You can 3D sculpt and print your own pieces for your models. But if they are the pieces he's used and they were modeled by Horak 3D and they were entered by Alex Does Minis, is that not two different people? You know, if that's the case, then yeah, it was illegally entered and illegally won. Just in case I'm missing something. It was not illegal in 2022, Trevelyan says, but it also is illegal according to this 2022 form. Look at all the winners in open, all sculpted by someone else. But that isn't open. Isn't that allowed in open, as far as I'm aware? This didn't win open. It won 40k single miniature, which is not open. Right? Am I missing something? Manufacturer, so if it's made bespoke, it's okay. That is why the wording is important. Is the wording changed? No, the wording's not changed either. Entries incorporate third-party products or artifacts. What is an artifact? Okay, you don't want to understand me. No, I don't understand what you're trying to say. I'm not choosing to not understand. I don't know what you're saying. Isn't it allowed in open? Doesn't open have its own special rules? Special rules. Doesn't open have its own entry rules? But single miniatures don't. Good point. I often see Woodland Scenic products used on Golden Demon's base. Yeah, that's also true. Which is very funny. You can have someone else sculpt your mini and paint it and you would win if it was good enough. But that's also not allowed, right? Like, just because they won doesn't mean it was allowed. It feels like they're clearly blurring the lines. Where is the skill if they didn't produce the parts via their own skills using the 3D printer? That's the thing. That's what's weird, you know? That's what's very odd. Like, if you didn't make the piece, like we talked about with AI, like we talked about with printed backdrops last week, if you didn't make it, why is it winning an award? And I think the reason why is because the people judging it are presuming they aren't breaking the rules. You know? I feel like the reason that they're getting away with it and entering anyway is because Games Workshop is not saying, have you sculpted all this yourself? And they're going, no. Or they're not just asking. Because when I entered, I didn't get asked any questions about my miniature. They just took it, you know? Are we really playing dumb here? No, I don't think anyone's playing dumb. I think the people entering are playing dumb. I think it's disingenuous to the judges. I'm fairly certain they just rate the paint job. Yeah, because they probably presume that people are agreeing when they enter that they did it themselves. And if they didn't do it themselves, they've broken the rules. You know? One could argue that 3D modeling as well as 3D printing is a skill in itself. I agree. But also, he hasn't done it himself if someone else made it, you know? I don't think they rate the sculpt. A piece that someone sculpted for you exclusively is not a third-party product. Compelling argument. That is probably right. Right? I think I probably agree with that. If it's custom, then it's not a third-party piece. Now, does he sell it? Then again, he's customized this bit, you know, because it is different. If you look at the backpack, this has 4 tentacle coats Doc Ock. If you look at this one, it only has 2. One's broken off, one's there. And it has a spike there. Does it have a spike on this one? It doesn't have a spike on this one. And instead of this one, he's got a flamer. So you could argue that he's customized it, but also... It's so weird they don't ask to... when I've got awards at Warm World, I've always been asked before it goes into the canvas to paint the armor myself. Yeah, when I entered at Warmerfest, they said nothing. They just said, thank you, you know? I think the subtext is they started to sell it after the fact. Well, let's find out. Let's have a look. What's the account called? Horak_3D. Let's have a look. See if they actually sell it. Because if it's third party not at the time, oh, it's literally the top post. It's literally the top post. They're going to buy this? Or is this just an example? I think this is just a showcase. Does he have a store? He does. Oh, he doesn't have a store. It's just a showcase. Link to his socials. What is that supposed to be home? Am I supposed to be able to read? Look, website design is not his forte. It doesn't say you can buy them. It looks like he doesn't post much about Warhammer, funnily enough. At the same time, aren't we all being dumb to think money probably changed hands for the parts? That's a service provided by a third party. Also true. Also true, but we don't have any evidence. So we can't really use that. All we have evidence of, someone else made this. He entered it as his own. That's probably against the rules. All entries are team creations and GW models are not sculpted by the painter. Yeah, but that's fine, because that's not against the rules. Now we're being facetious, saying, well, he didn't sculpt the miniature. The miniature doesn't have to be sculpted by... doesn't have to be sculpted. It's not at that point, period. As in not for sale? Or what? How policy to enforce if it's not blatantly obvious breach? that's the thing. You know what I mean? Like, you look at this, you don't go, oh yeah, they're all 3D prints, you know? Cheers, Crypt Shadow. If it's not being sold, especially then it's just commission work, seems fine. I would argue, what is the definition of third party? Define third party time. Let's do it, chat. We're breaking out the dictionary. Third part, define. Define it, please. What is the meaning of third party? Third party is someone who is not one of the main people involved in a business agreement or legal case, but is involved in some minor role. So if they're involved in some minor role, Engines incorporate third-party products. Now, I think people are getting hung up on the fact that it's product because you can't buy it. But what does artifact mean? If you take out products, it now says entries incorporating third-party artifacts will not be considered. Right? So I would argue this is a third-party artifact. So as per the rules, it wouldn't have been allowed to be entered. If it's called that many, it wouldn't be third party. If someone else made it, it's third party. Because you are not the party doing it. You are looking kind of dumb here right now. How am I looking dumb? How am I looking dumb? A third party is someone who didn't do it. If they are involved in a minor role. Third party is stuff isn't allowed. It was an illegal entry. How is that dumb? Revarian, please explain to me how I'm being dumb. This is all redundant. They clearly stole the design from my Hellbrecht Iron Warrior build from 9 November 2021. Pete, I need to see it. Pete the Wargamer. Also, how you doing? Love you. Have you been having problems with Salute as well? I messaged someone about it. And they said you've been having the same issue. Is it this one? 2021?
I've been meaning to tackle this iconic character.
Are you sure? What? Wait. Is it 2020? Not that one. The next one. This one. I thought that was your music. I was like, whoa, go to music. It's mine. Sorry, Pete. Let's get to the end. Love you.
I think the replacement of the sword with the...
It's the same. He stole it. So you could argue that the design where it was done by Pete the Wargamer. You could argue the design where it was done by Pete the Wargamer. So there's the third party. And then the sculpting was done by someone else. Also another third party. Then the painting was done by Alex. He won the award. Also, that is fucking sick, Pete. That is fucking badass. It's so good. Well done. Well done. He stole it like Mikey steals all my content. Value, you never come up with the original piece of content you like. Also, how you doing? Thanks for doing. I've played it 5 times already. Rob, you just got angry and said it doesn't matter because everyone else is doing it. But just because everyone else is cheating doesn't mean this person wasn't cheating. Truly a community effort. It is a community effort, clearly. With all this rampant corruption, now is the perfect time to launch the Copper Demon at Super All-Stars. Chat, we're launching a painting competition at the Super All-Stars. It's going to be called the Copper Demon. It's going to be great. No one's allowed to enter unless you sculpted everything yourself by hand with blue tack. All right? Wooden Spoon Demon. Thanks for custom minis. No. Pyrite Demon could be good. We've had Iron Skull. We've got Golden Demon. We need Pyrite. Pyrite Beamer. Aluminium Demon. The Steel Demon. Chat, the Steel Demon. It's going to be in the City of Steel. It's the Steel Demon. Let's go. Let's go. Does it make GD look good? Yes. Will it negatively affect sales? No. Then they're probably okay with it. But that's bullshit, right? Like, whilst that is the case, that's bullshit. That shouldn't be the case. You know? That's like almost nepotism. You can only enter models you've stolen. Steel Demon. No, steel is in the material. Double E. Double E, chat. Speaking of, get AI to sculpt a model. Oh, how have I never done that before? The Steel Demon. I couldn't even imagine sculpting my own anything right now, and even I know blue tack would be a nightmare. At least US blue tack would be. Is US blue tack like notoriously bad? Steel Demon was my nickname in uni. Stolen Demon. This is what this is. This is what this is. Allegedly. Stolen Demon. Anyway, I thought that was interesting. We got the cringe email. Allegedly illegal. Arguably illegal. I do think maybe this was illegal. Just because other entries have been allowed in doesn't mean it's right. It just means Games Workshop aren't being vigilant enough, you know? Slayer Smooth. Steel Demon. You can only submit an unaltered marine as a Blood Raven. That would be pretty funny. I had this amazing Primaris Victor War script I could enter. Sort of red colour with bird transfers on it. It fits up in Gibraltar. Give it back! Give him back. I miss him. This is why the old world players don't like you making call you a typical 40k player. Look, I'm just talking about things, okay? It's literally what I do. You know? Sometimes people bring me funny stories, which I think's a funny story. It's not my fault. Everyone's a fucking cheater in Golden Demon and people keep winning, alright? That ain't my fault. That's the people running its fault because they aren't good enough to be judges. Alright? It might have been allowed for 40 years. But so were performance-enhancing drugs until they realised they were cheating. You know? He's just asking the question. I am just asking the question. Why are people allowed to cheat? When is the last time you unironically ran an Invicta? Great question. Great question. 2021 maybe. It's not the point. I was robbed. But I think it's LGT 2021. Yeah, I think so. I think that's the last time I did. Unless I ran one on a battle report or something, like event-wise, that's the last time. New member tier to allow for cheating at Steel Demon. Where do you draw the line with third-party bits, though? Could you rule out a lot of conversion work? Because anything non-GW would use would be third-party. Like, in Golden Demon, according to the rules, if you've made it yourself, it's fine. You know? If you made it yourself, it's fine. If you've got someone else to make it, that's third party, right? I think the issue is more that he printed something he didn't sculpt rather than printing it all. Yeah, like, the printing isn't the problem. It's the fact that, allegedly, he didn't make it himself. He had someone else make it. If someone else made it, then he shouldn't have entered it because it's not his. You know, and then, but then people are going like, well, what about the basing stuff? And I'm like, all right, yeah, fair enough. Sand is sand. But also, people buy pre-made trees or whatever. But I think if we're going to have, like, with this sort of competition, if the whole point is it's the best miniature that you've made, like, why, if we're mad about AI being on the background, then we should also be mad at someone 3D printed and painting that bit that they didn't make themselves. They don't make the original models. Valorant, now you're being dumb. Because that's allowed. It says it here. It make it only contain components manufactured by GW, but not third-party bits. It's all on this line. That's the point that's being made, you know? Lane GW, they didn't force it, if anything. That's what I'm saying! Travaria, that's what I'm saying! We're agreeing. I'm agreeing with you. What I'm saying is, just because everybody has been doing it, doesn't mean it's right. Games Workshop should be more vigilant. Imagine caring about the rules, Sims. Don't call them cheaters. They are still cheating. They're just not being judged properly. If that's the case, then yeah. As I said, if people are using performance-enhancing drugs in the Olympics, but don't get caught, they are still cheating. They just haven't been caught, you know? The parallels between this and the AI backdrop conversation. It's literally like the same conversation as well. It's just more on the nose because someone else has physically designed it, you know? Games Workshop should be enforcing it, but just because they didn't catch them doesn't mean they weren't in the wrong. You know? It's kind of like, well, we turned a blind eye to someone shoplifting, you know? Because they were poor. They still broke the law. I don't know what else you want me to say, you know? Unless it's that new Olympics allowed anything. That's the open category, Joel. That's where you can use it performance-enhancing printed parts. Like going to a 4K event with a list you haven't wrote yourself. There's no rules about writing lists. Doing a drama video right now about Hellstorm versus Travaria. Travaria, let's fight, mate. I think we'll just need to get it out of our system, you know? We need to get that built-up testosterone out of our system. An unspoken secret is still a secret, true. You should have provide photos of unpainted mini with the entry. I think Games Workshop just like enforce their rules. Did you sculpt all this yourself? And if they say yeah, and then they win, and it turns out they don't, then they need to enforce that, you know? I just disagree here. There's no drama. No, I think it's an interesting situation. Again, I'm not going to be like, well, it needs to have it revoked. But also, is this something that's rampant in Golden Demon? Why is that? Why are people allowing that to happen? You know? Alright, I'll be parking lot in 20 minutes for a fist fight. Valorant can film it for content. And no offense, I spent the last 20 years going to Golden Demons and speaking to judges. I agree, you're probably much more qualified to talk about it than I am. But why are they allowing it, you know? The competition needs to evolve like the hobby. I'm all for 3D printed parts. Yeah, 3D parts are fine. But isn't the point that you're supposed to make them yourself? You know? The Olympics should have an open category where the competitors take as many drugs as possible to get the fastest time as humanly possible, paving the way for transhumans to dominate the field. What isn't that new Olympics? New Olympics? That's the whole point of that one, where they can just do anything they like to win. I can't remember when it was though. I'm about to spiky bits this up. Hellstorm calls Travaria Miniatures a see you next Tuesday for being honest. Oh man. Also, GW don't want to put the effort time in. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like Plastic People said. Big Sexy Steve, where is it? What did he say? Does it make GW look good? Yes. Will it negatively affect sales? No. Then they're probably okay. Which is obviously not the same as what they wrote down in the rule. You know, if they're just avoiding it because if they're avoiding enforcing the rules because it makes them look good, that's stupid. You know. Lambo, stop with the big words. Oh, that's funny. Maybe this is dangerous territory for a 40k stream, but it is like overspending in football. Just because lots of teams do it doesn't make it right. Literally. That's the thing. That's the thing. Like, just because people do it doesn't mean it's right. People should be enforcing it, but that also doesn't stop them being in the wrong, in my opinion. I got a loophole right here. GW reserves the right to vary any of these terms and conditions, postpone or cancel the competition without any notice. What, 10.1? GW reserves the right to vary any of these terms and conditions, postpone or cancel the competition at any time without notice. Intervent. GW will make reasonable efforts to communicate any changes in the entrance. So are we saying because of this, that means they can go, actually, it's pretty sick. We'll just ignore this bit. It's not everyone's cheating, so it's okay situation. They explicitly stated third-party products not allowed, which referred to the commercially available parts. They never said you can't paint something someone else sculpted for you. 2024 was the year they explicitly stated that. I don't get how this is so hard to understand. Because it doesn't say, it says products or artifacts. Third-party product, that's something you can buy. Third-party artifact is anything. If you've had someone else sculpt it, it's a third-party artifact. Right? That's how I would read that. I'm not trying to say because it's not a product, so it's fine. And I'm also not. I am kind of saying just because everyone's getting away with it doesn't mean it's okay. You know, because that's what you were implying. But what I'm saying is it doesn't say things that are bought off the shelf aren't allowed. It says any product or artifact. Artifact being like a keyword of like anything basically. And it still says that in the current rule, right? It says now third party or components will not be considered. That's what they've changed. So what does artifact mean? I argue it probably means something similar. But these rules, these are the 2022 rules, but for context, Andy, this is Golden Demon UK 2022. This is the rules for October 2022. These ones are now, which has changed to products rather than artifacts. Or components. As your definition doesn't mean GDB meant it that way. You also referred to background where they meant lore and thought you referred to a physical background. I also clarified in that video and that stream that they could have meant either. Right? I did say in both my video and my stream, they might be referring to the lore. Let's sell this now. Everyone paid to prioritize ring using only what's available in the starter set. That would be that's a sick idea. Get everyone on the same playing field, you know. An artifact is a thing made by someone. Yeah, so I think I'm probably correct as well. So people took the piss, so they had to make it more explicit. Yeah, I think so. I think that's probably why they changed it to products or components instead of products or artifacts. You know? But like little plastic people said, because I half read the message and then it got skipped past. What about toast, decals, gravel, sand? Where's the line? Because I think they need to make that clear. I think it should be any part of the miniature shouldn't be third party. Because if you say you can't use tufts, that's ridiculous. Because you don't even sell sand anymore. You know? But you could argue that you got sand off the beach. But like tufts and stuff like that. It's just really weird. I think it's so strange. Like, Why have rules that they don't enforce, you know? I mentioned the Varrock model, a model that you didn't design or print. At least Alex printed his own parts, allegedly. You're not allowed a third-party Holy Grail or Ark of the Covenant. No tablets from ancient Egypt either. This is the whole rules is written versus rules is intended all over again. No, it's just weird. Because if it's just miniature, I can use an elaborate, intricate 3D printed base. 3D printed base, I can follow the statue. I guess so. I'm afraid you're wrong, Trevelyan. Third party is a standard legal term meaning anyone that is not part of the first party, GW in this case, or the second party, the person making the entry. Exactly. That's not just some definition that Mikey made up. It's simply how contracts work, like the contest rules. Yeah, that's what third party means. That's why I'm like confused why we're arguing whether it's a product or not. It says artifact. It doesn't matter if it's a product. It's made by someone else. I'm so glad I moved my meeting today to be part of the chaos. I still have an older Midland Tufts box from Junior, which is the only product they've ever done with a Blood Raven on it. That's true. That is the goated Tufts. The goated Tufts because they've got a Blood Raven on the front. We got Adepticon 2022. Thank you, Crypt Shadow. Thanks for going to bed. Here's the entrance rules. Where's the rules, bruh? Yes, conveying miniatures using components from different Games Workshop kits or sculptings of yourself from scratch is completely fine. As long as all the parts and your conversions are produced by Games Workshop or made from scratch and fitting with our background and universes, let your creativity run wild. That's so open because it's like, as long as it's made from scratch. By who? By who? They don't have the rules form. They just got like Q&A or an FAQ. Golden Image has been held annually in England since 1987. Until now. I literally talked to people who wrote this and they laid it out to me, but hey, let's all have our own definition. I don't think people are making up definitions. As I said, like, third party is pretty standard like terminology. So you can call people cheaters. I think you're just being combative now, Rob. It's fine, Maggie's a cheater at Warhammer Way Old World. I am, to be fair. From scratch, you must grind the pigments for your paint by hand. We need lawyers that play Warhammer so we can defer to them when rules contracts come out. I'm trying to be that guy. I just don't have a law degree. I'm just very good at understanding law terminology. Is the Golden Demon Award and the Slayer Sword technically a GW model, so you can resubmit those into a painting competition? Re-enter the I think didn't Louise did that? Did she paint the Golden Demon finalist pin badge or something? Someone didn't clip it if I admitted to cheating. Wait till they find out Golden Demon and choose other company paints. I know, right? Does it say you have to use GW paints? Imagine. That's next. After the discourse of the recent one, that's next. Only Games Workshop paints. You must film... Like speedrunning, you have to enter the entire thing. You don't just enter the time. You enter the entire run. Next, we're going to have to film every brushstroke and enter that. When has GW ever written something that made sense? Yeah, true. I saw someone who won an award who took apart their demon because the base was barely sprayed black. What do you mean? My Valdor model was refused entry because I used a third-party spear. I replaced it with the Forger one, and they were happy with that, but missed the date. By having that spear, I would have been cheating. Missed the date. That sucks that you got denied, but also, you're like, yeah, if they're going to say this, like, you're being held up to these same standards, why is it not everyone? That's the thing. You know? If I turn up with an Imperial Knight with like custom sculpted armor and they go, did you design that? I go, no. They would probably say, no, you can't enter that. But I think it's just one of those things where they're not like being super vigilant with the entries. You know? Anyway, it's fucking weird, man. It's weird. It sounds like Golden Demon is just a bit of a shit show. You know? I can't believe that really after the You Ready Speed Money joke, this track started. I know, right? And it's just random shuffle as well. It's something salt music time. Say something inspirational. Look, at the end of the day, I have no skin in the game. Okay? I have no skin in Golden Demon. But when I see rules wrote down on a page, I'm here to break them. I'm here to point out the issues. Okay? And no matter what I say or you say, ultimately, we are only powerful as a collective. And that's how we win. Ah, turn it down. I'll press pause. I hope you enjoy my inspirational speech. Mike Healy wins historical painting competitions. Also true. I'm an award-winning painter. I have skin in the game. Shit! I'm an award-winning painter, Decknell. I have skin in this game. Of the painting competition I would love to enter. Too much yelling, not solve enough. No, true. You needed a rousing speech kind of ambience music for that. That was a rousing speech. I'm waiting for the 4-hour H-Bombing Guy style video on Warhammer plagiarism. Listen, Pete, it's coming, okay? It's coming. It's going to be great. You're all going to watch it. And you're going to be like, holy shit, he's onto something. All right? And then everybody's going to be so... Everybody Golden Demons just have to give the Golden Demons back. People need to start looking at Golden Demon like it's the Olympics or any unbiased grandstanding institution that crowns a champion of a niche. It's only a marketing event by a company. Also very true. Also very true. I just think... Yeah, it's coming. It's coming! It's coming! I just think it's just so weird. Like, it's just so weird that, like, it feels like... Like, obviously, like, a lot of what I do is rules content, right? A lot of, like, I look at a lot of, like, Games Workshop rules and try and break them and try and find weird things out. And, like, the AI bro was weird. Like, the Neil piece was very strange that AI background was allowed to be entered and also won gold. That's very strange. And then the fact that the Slayer sword was probably 50% printed, barring the ghost on the bottom. You know, barring the ghost on the bottom was 50% printed, which is also strange. Because that's like quite a lot of printing for one piece. But then, like, that random email just made me laugh, and I was just like, wait, what's going on? And when you look into it, it's like, what has been going on? Like, how many other entries haven't been following the rules, you know? Maybe all of them, maybe none of them. This could be the only one. I find that highly unlikely. But why is it happening? And that's what I think. That's, you know what I mean? I mean, 90 minutes of something unrelated, then the subsequent 3-hour swerve into Golden Demon cheating. Painting competitions are all just gatherings of painting bros defending painting bros. That's funny. So we aren't holding companies to a standard anymore. That seems rather counterproductive to the hobby as a whole. In what regard, bud? It's clear some believe rules should be followed and others don't, because that's the thing. It's like, if you're going to have a competition with rules, why aren't those rules being followed? You know? That's my question. And you can call me Joe Rogan all you want. I think that's a genuine question. Like, what's the point in having rules if they're not going to get followed? What's the point in having the guidelines if people are just ignoring them? You know? Why are you telling me that? Tell it to GW. I'm just saying, we know that Golden Demon is always a lotter and always will be. Why do we get riled up about it year after year? Everyone everyone agrees to that by entering. I guess people are just like, especially me, because I've never like looked into it too much. Like, I don't think anyone's like having a great YouTube variant. I think they're just like, it's like annoyed at the system. Like, the system seems really odd, in my opinion. You know? Like, why is that the case? If they're going to run a competition, why is it not fair? I just realized Golden Demon rules were written by GW, so of course they're broken. Also true. Is this a prelude to see how far you can push the system? AI, 3D printed mini, and painted background in your 2025 entry. Maybe. If I digitally paint it, does that count as painting? So I could go to onlygames.co with my mini factory. Hashtag not sponsored. But I could go to them and design a miniature, but I'll get someone else to design it. Then I'll choose where the paint goes, and then I'll 3D print it with an AI backdrop. You know? Could I enter it? If they say no, why not? That could be a funny video. They go to Essen this year. They go to Essen just to try and enter a dogshit mini. A dogshit mini into Golden Demon. And see what they say. And they go, it's like, looks exactly like a Space Marine. And it gets in. I'm still a little new, but it knows nothing. But the rules are meaningless, so are the awards. So, of course, they're... oh, that went. If the rules are meaningless, so are the awards. So why bother doing it at all? It's just... yeah, it just seems weird. It just seems odd. I'm just, like, confused. Like, why is this the case, you know? Without rules and law, we are merely animals. They'll issue an FAQ on Golden Demon rules next day. It's like... perfect. If they don't allow anything third party into their stores, they shouldn't allow it into their competitions. Yeah, I kind of made that big point last week. So, without repeating myself too much, I agree. It seems weird that you can't use 3D printed stuff in a store, in a game, but you can in their competition. But then they go, well, the competition is about selling models. So I'm like, well, that seems silly, basically. The Hero Forge keep bashing mode looks fun. Not try that yet, though. You and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals. Hell yeah, Crypt Shadow. Exactly. Without rules and laws, we are merely animals. But anyway, I don't have anything else to add to the Golden Demon gossip. You all tuned in because you wanted gossip. I gave you gossip, and then some of you got mad at the gossip. When, at the end of the day, I said there was gossip. It was always gossip. You got gossip, so don't get mad. We need a 20-page rules commentary with diagrams made using MS Paint. All Stars 2, no official GW product. Everything must be stolen or 3D printed. Also, I agree. I agree. That's what we need. Decknell, well done, mate. Allowing rampant cheating. Golden Demon, 4K competitive play. Don't hate the gossiper, hate the gossip. Don't shoot the messenger. Don't hate the player, hate the game. That's me. I'm the player. You are my minions in the game. Got him. Typical Games Workshop competition. There's a broader discussion to be had on GW's unflinching determination to pretend other miniature bit manufacturers don't exist. Yeah, true. I'm shooting the messenger, Brendan. I'm gonna have to ban you then. Shout up, then chat if you want to shoot the messenger, because I'll ban you for a day. Mike, what are your thoughts on the new Stormcast Liberator? Did you not see my tweet? More news, chat! My tweet popped off. Look at those interactions, baby. 15 retweets, 600 likes, 54 bookmarks. I can't believe they're primary Stormcast in only 8 years. Look at that. Bang a tweet, everybody. There's my thoughts on the new Liberator. I think it's funny. I feel like everyone's like defending it, being like, "Oh man, it's such a nice sculpt. I much prefer it." But I think it's interesting looking at like the complete design like U-turn that they had. Like the entire U-turn in design philosophy. Like this is obviously like Thunderstrike inspired. You know, Thunderstrike being the cooler, faster, epic armor that all the Stormcast wear. I think they've just changed the idea. They've just gone, actually, Stormcast look way better as this. This is like good Chaos Warrior. This is good Chaos Warrior. This is a little bit more unique, which still has essence of good Chaos Warrior, but a little bit more unique. Not gonna lie, I hate the old Stormcast. I think these were fine, but I think they look very dated compared to the newer stuff. I think, obviously, these are new, so they feel really fresh. They feel really cool. I imagine in 5 years, these are going to feel really dated as well. Oh, the chainmail. There's chainmail miniskirt. Forgive the idiot. Is the gold one or the silver one the new one? The silver one's the new one. The gold one came out in 2015. I show the old shields. I like the old shield better. Yeah, because they've got, like, the new style shield now, right? So I think they've just gone through like a design change and gone, actually, we prefer this. The technology has developed quite a lot. This is also a starter kit one rather than like a multi-part kit one, so it looks worse because starter kit ones aren't usually as defined because of the way they cast them. But this is also a starter kit one. It looks a lot better. So you can see the technology development in 10 years is pretty crazy because they actually were designed in 2014, according to the sprue, as someone let me know on my Twitter. So the sprue was designed in 2014. This was obviously designed either... or like officially finished probably last year, if not the year before. I like the new design. I just think it's funny, but also it's understandable that they've just gone for like a total redesign. They've got rid of like the crazy ribbons, like you can see the ribbons here. They've got rid of the crazy ribbons. They've got rid of the weird like segmented you know what I mean, loincloth. There you go. And just made it chainmail, which is also, I think, a lot neater than this. I do like the new design. I think they look cool, but like, it's just funny. I think like the design process has clearly changed in the last few years, and they're just gone, yeah, fuck it, we'll just get rid of these and just redesign them. It does mean that most of the new box will just be Liberators. So if you already play Stormcast, most of the box is going to be useless unless you want the new ones. I see there's very little difference from a Vindictor. Yeah, exactly. So basically, like Vindictors, Liberators, etc. are just going to be weapon swaps. I think the older models made it very obvious what gender each model was meant to be. The new slimmer ones are going to work more unisex. Also true, which is kind of cool, actually. Does that mean a new statue armor world? Unlikely, because they've still got the same marine from like 80s. They learned redesigning models faster to make money earlier than waiting 20 years. Also true. Came out in 2017. It didn't. It came out in 2015. Imagine you play Beast of Chaos and see this. Older shields that have made them different from Vindictors was also hoping they had big ass bulwarks like in the art. Yeah, because I think the shield is like completely different against like more like a tower shield compared to like a kite shield, but I think it's cool. I think the new model is really nice, don't get me wrong. I just thought it's quite interesting. They've got like a super slimline version. The whole point of like Liberators was like the stoic front line, re-rolling ones for save because they're so cool and epic and hard boys, and now it's just like little twink versions. You know, we've got the Chad versus the Chad 1995 bro versus twink femboy of 2024. Okay, Chad, it's not too bad. Fair, easy, or hard? Okay. Does this mean the 11th edition is going to be Primaris to Primaris breeds? Probably, Kyrie. They've been out for a long time. Also, truthfully, though, design process have evolved a lot since 2014, so it's lots of industries so it makes sense for new model. Yeah, it's just one of those things you think they'd like focus on other factions, but if they are the poster boys, they're going to keep pumping those out, just like Space Breeds. I'm going to convert them into a Thunder Warriors anyway. They will look sick as Thunder Warriors, to be fair. I look forward to seeing that beat. Wait for the pan for the armor. No, we don't even need to wait for it. It's already here. Where is it? I've seen it like 4 times on this post. That one. The same picture. Or maybe it didn't see on my own post. But anyway, I think it's a cool mini. I think the redesign's nice. It's just if you own these, unlucky. Well, at least they're not changing the base size. Why didn't they paint them gold? They're going for a silver blue, like a blue silver vibe, like changing the main faction. 1 second. A lot easier conversion with less skirty bits. Yeah, that's true. So I'm interested to see the other ones. So allegedly there's like a guy with a shield on his back and 2 hammers, which would be quite cool. But yeah, the redesign's nice. I think these were cool at the time. I think they look very dated compared to the rest of the range. And these will fit in a lot more with the current range because they've all kind of gone slimline now. They've kind of got rid of the chunky aspect of the old Stormcast and gone for a more slimline approach. But they also look less like Custodes. Because obviously these are like, give a big Custody vibe. These will fit way less, I think. So maybe that's why they've gone for a silver approach as well, to just like differentiate them from Custodes. The trailer had prosecutors in it, so I'm guessing they'll be getting a rework in the new box. Also true! Also true, I remember that. Because, like, the thing is with it, is in the trailer, everything you see in the trailer will be in the box. Just like the... Oh, that's 2 years ago. Blech. Blech. Everything you see in this trailer will be... It will probably be in the new starter box, because that's what they did with the 40k one. You know?
Sigmar lied.
Didn't lie though, did he? You just missed... You got my soul PPI. So Nagash isn't going to be in the starter box, but everything here probably will be. Now, someone with the... Well, she's been reborn, so that doesn't count. The big fight with the Skaven, because there's no Nighthorn in the starter box. Or Orcs. Well, that wasn't going through the editions. I don't know if you noticed. That's going through all the editions. I think she gets killed by Khorne first. Oh, no, she doesn't. Because that's obviously AOS 2, fighting Nighthorn. AOS 3, fighting Orcs. But the first one, not so sure. Let's have a nosy. So, they were in AOS 1, right? But they're wearing, like, Thunderstrike style armor instead. He didn't lie. His TNCs are just vague enough to misinterpret. Also, very true. So, the Riders will get redone. They're the Liberators. We got Plague Hulk. Or... Plague... Clan... I can't remember what they're called. The big giant rats from Island of Blood. Rat Ogre, that's it. Thank you, bud. What do we see? We've got, obviously, like a captain on foot of some sort. That's the woman. I don't know her name, though. Liberator with two hammers. As you can see. Liberator with double hammer, shield on back. So they're going to be a thing. New clan rats. But then, yeah, like Liberators also... No, Prosecutors, sorry. So these are obviously super popular. They were wearing the chunky armor. They're probably going to be wearing the new armor now as well. So I think it's just going to be like AOS 1 box redone. That's what it feels like. Skaven will get new rattling guns. Because they had one of those in the starter box, right? Or was it a Dracoff? What was in the first? I think it was a Dracoff in the first box. And then one of those in the second box. I don't know if we see any of the units. I think that's about it. So Prosecutors, Liberators with double hammers. Like a Warden, Blade Guard-esque unit. And a main character. Then a guy on a bird. Two axes, one axe. It is cool. Unless she's just part of like a Blade Guard-esque type unit. So like three super nails, cool guys with hammers and stuff. And then 3 Prosecutors and 20 Liberators or something. And then the guy on the beat. And then Skaven, new Rat Ogre. They didn't show too much Skaven, new Rat Ogre, but new clan rats as well. I hate 3-man units. I feel paid more for like it's shrinkflation, mate. That's what it is. So if Skaven is just going to be like old well where they resell the old screws for 50% markup, also true. Also very true. It was Vander's hammer hand in the base box. Okay. There'll be a magic character. I didn't see one, but probably. Most important question, are you coming to salute? So as I said to Pete, I I emailed. Oh no, I messaged them on Instagram, right? And I said, "Hey, I'm a creator looking to come down. Is there a process for creators?" And they just said, "You are free to feel free to record at the show once you're in." Full stop. That was it. No, like, hi, looking forward to having you. You're more than welcome to film. That'd be cool. Just feel free to record at the show once you are in. Look at the DM and everything. Sounds a bit like, oh, okay. So currently, no. I might do, but I was just a bit like, oh, okay, cool. I see how it is. Right. Do you actually want anyone to come? Or do you want any good press? Or do you just want... They thought you were after free tickets. That might be the case, but they could have said, hi, we don't really do, like, press tickets or anything, but you're more than welcome to film. You know? You don't have to be a knobhead. You don't have to be an arsewipe. You can be like, hi, you want free tickets. However, we don't really do press tickets, so just buy a ticket, but you're more than welcome to film. That'd be really cool. Hellstorm Michael back at the scamming again. Why am I scamming? I'm not doing anything. I'll be there. Get me an exhibitor ticket, Congress Stewie. Mate, having visited Salute many times, the staff are just regular wargamers, aka not very good people. Not very good with people, I mean. Yeah, very strange. Very strange. Like, even if they didn't want to give me a free ticket, if they didn't do them or whatever, they could have just gone, hey, we don't do that. We don't do press tickets. But it'd be really cool to have you. If you can make it, you're more than welcome to film. That's just like being a normal human. It's not like I said, hey up dickhead, give me a ticket. No, but you can film. I was like very polite. So, I don't know. Just made me laugh. I was just like, what's going on? You know? You could just be polite. So maybe I'll go to sleep. I don't know. I was tempted to go, but now I've been like, wow, you've been a prick, so I'm going to be a prick back. I'll be there. Book the train, so worst case, I'll just have a mini con outside. All right, I'll probably grab a ticket anyway. I probably will be grabbing a ticket. It just like threw me off, and I was just like, oh, okay, right, cool. Wasn't Salute the event where the painter got a bit of grief off one of the staff last year when they did the Women in Wargaming panel? Oh, I don't know. I don't remember that. A polite, probably written response might have been nice. The response you gave me, I'm replying while taking a shit. Yeah, very much so. Very much so. But yeah, I might go to sleep. I'm very tempted to go. I might book a hotel and like go for a party. Electric Eve. Oh shit! What happened with Electric Eve? I don't remember that. I don't remember what happened, or if I ever saw it. You covered it on stream, did I? We're handing the model. She had 60 comments made to it. Oh, yes, I remember that now. I remember. Yeah, I remember. They were being a knobhead to her, weren't they? I remember now. It's because it's the Wargaming panel threw me off because I couldn't remember that drama. But she was on the panel. But they were also a knobhead to her about the paint competition. Really condescending. Did you paint that all by yourself? Bye. That was it, wasn't it? Odd. So I'll go down. See if there's any drama I can catch up with. Speaking of drama... There was an interesting article by Timothy Linward. We love Tim. We stand for Tim from Wargamer.com. I love visiting Wargamer.com because it is always like a really interesting conversation. They're really nice people. And two, they always come up with some really interesting conversation. And they released an article yesterday that says, yes, Warhammer 40k is satire, but not an effective one. Which I thought would be a fun thing to have a look at. What do you reckon, chap? What do you reckon? You can't cause a job with them, Mike. You're taking a dreadnought to enter into a historical painting competition. It's not my fault. They put it in the wrong category. I'm not going to pretend to be a hard man, but I've had very strong words multiple times for salute staff being very rude. Maybe they had Asperger's or autism, but very rude anyway. Like, you probably shouldn't presume whether they are neurodivergent. That's probably not a great thing to do. But if they were rude, I'm very sorry. But they were also came across quite rude to me as well. It's true. Women don't have thumbs. How could they possibly paint? That's also true. How could they paint? Technically, dreadnoughts are a class of shit, so it could be historical. Also true. Next time someone says you entered into a historical painting comp, I'll be like, dreadnoughts are a class of shit. Because my mate Pete the Wargamer said so. I mean, it's true as well. You'll have to buy a ticket like the rest of us. I know, cringe, right? Well, they could have just said, we don't do press tickets or anything like that. Feel free to film while you're here. This seemed really strange. Just a really strange response. So, anyway, shall we have a look at this? People started to talk about it now. It has technically have origins in satire. It doesn't really make any statement about it. Is that the argument? I don't know what the argument is, but I thought we could have a look. So, my good friends at wargaming.com, Timothy Lindworld, released an article yesterday called, yes, Warhammer 40k is satire, but not an effective one. I'm going to drop this down because I'm filming. Hola! I'm in a real room! I'm in a real room. So I love wargaming.com. They're a great website. They come out with some really fantastic articles, general news updates, but also some really good thought pieces. And I think this might be an interesting one. Now, I haven't read the article yet. I have merely looked at the headline, so I thought we could look at it together. So, years of expansion to the setting and the undeniable allure of high-tech ultraviolence have diluted 40k's satirical content into oblivion. A very powerful statement indeed. In November 2021, when the Black Lives Matter movement was particularly visible in global news, Games Workshop released a blog post stating that Warhammer 40k is a satire. According to GW, while the Imperium Man is the cruelest and most bloody regime imaginable, to quote the foreword to Rogue Trader, it is presented with humour, irony, and exaggeration to reveal its vices and flaws to scorn, derision, and ridicule. Which is obviously something that Games Workshop have always, lent on. But then you get people on Twitter that act like it isn't satire, and then whenever you bring up that post, they quote it's a rogue intern who posted the article and left it up for 4 years or 3 years or whatever. So they always claim, people who are not right are right, but just the alt type. They usually say that the game isn't satire, fascism's great. And it was a rogue intern that posted it at the beginning. But what's quite funny is that Games Workshop say it's satire, they allude to it being satire. It used to be very, very satire, and now it's not so much. And then they post the heroes of the Imperium, the fascists, which is the Space Marines. And then Gulliman, the ultimate leader of the fascists, is an angel, which is also very funny. So, this statement from GW is political. It says, we believe in and support a community united by shared values of mutual kindness and respect. We will never accept nor condone any form of prejudice, hatred, or abuse in our company or in the Warhammer hobby. Wargamer absolutely agrees with that sentiment. I also agree, I also very much agree. But claiming that the Imperium of Man is presented satirically simply fails to acknowledge the reality of modern Warhammer 40k, and from that disconnect, Discord grows. Because, like, I think the trailer for 10th edition had Gulliman basically accepting that the idea of the Imperium was failing. And the whole speech was about, like, from the outside of, like, the outside, rather than, like, a public service announcement, which a lot of the monologues in trailers and stuff like that are. The trailer from the 10th edition launch was like Gulliman saying, "This is all shit. This is all gone to pot. What do we do, Dad?" But it's kind of like not super obvious that if you can kind of like read it that way, you know. It's not super obvious that might be like the intention of it, which obviously makes it more difficult. But from what I read it as, that is true. But that isn't like every time Games Workshop puts something out about Space Marines or whatever being satirical. It was kind of like one. It was kind of like out of the blue. Not even out of the blue. It was kind of like one time, and then everything else doesn't come across as satirical very often. The first edition of Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader was written in 1987 largely by Rick Priestley, an up-and-coming young game designer who had cut his teeth co-writing the original Warhammer fantasy battles. It was a hodgepodge of ideas from many sources: Frank Herbert's Dune, 2000 AD comic strips like Judge Dredd and Nemesis the Warlock, Michael Moorcock's Fantasy and Sci-Fi, Philip Jones's Farmers, The World of Tears, Brian Ansell's Laserburn Wargame. We can add to that Priestley's lived experience in the mid-20s Britain. We can add to that Priestley's lived experience in mid-20th century Britain, the long tale of the Second World War and the end of the British Empire, the ongoing civil discontent in the 70s and 80s between the trade unions and the government, the UK's ongoing military operations in Northern Ireland, state-sanctioned support for the South African apartheid government, and the Falklands War, all fed into an early 40k corpus that was politically charged and anti-authoritarian. The Rogue Trader era of 40k was certainly political, but it wasn't focused. There are throwaway gags referencing pop culture like Inquisitor Obi-Wan Sherlock Colosso, and niche references to British culture like a dig the cultureless planet Birmingham, which is named after a rather unfairly maligned UK town. Birmingham is trash, to be fair. Last time I had satire was Gulliman's victory speech. Yeah, I think that's the one I'm referring to, right? It's hard to back there. There are no good guys in 40k, and they keep putting Ultramarines front and center against the forces of chaos. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like you can say it's satire, but you have to keep making it satire. You can't just say it and then do something opposite. People who don't see 40k as irony are the same people who think they are noble when really they be someone worked to death in a factory. Also true. There are no good guys in 40k. The Imperium especially. Now read these books full of cool guys to the Imperium. Also true. So, like, whilst it is based on satire, and sometimes they come out with satire, not everything is explicitly satire. It is quite the opposite. If you read it as, oh, this is all propaganda because it's a satirical fascist state, you know, then it is all satire, but also it's not quite obvious, you know. It's like, oh, if I think while I'm reading this is satire, it's satire. You know, but you can say that about a lot of things, you know. Birmingham is tragic. True. Jake, suck it. Even so, the game's general message was typical of most punk pop culture of the period. Authorities are oppressive, corrupt, and bureaucratic. Advanced warfare is still barbaric. Systems of oppression inevitably create the rebellions that they use to justify themselves, and so on. Since Rogue Trader was published, Warhammer 40k has been developed and expanded with a ridiculous quantity of content. It isn't one single thing anymore. It's a complex of Warhammer 40k books, codexes, miniatures, Warhammer Plus animations, tie-in, games, and on PC and console, even marketing materials. There's more of it than any one person can engage with, and the focus has been split even further. To call it all satire undersells how diverse, tangled, and contradictory it is. If your first encounter with Warhammer 40k is seeing a cardboard marketing study of a Primarch Space Marine, it's not going to be a satirical experience. The plot of the Dawn of War games, as told in those gloriously hammy cutscenes, is a heroic pulp adventure. The Arminka-less novels, though they demonstrate just how bloody, cruel, and wasteful astronaut time warfare is, nevertheless depict Arminka as a valorous and dutiful heroine who embodies universal military virtues of pride, comradeship, and self-sacrifice. So that's the thing. That's what I mean. If you read it all as you go, it is all satire, it would come across as satire. However, on the face of it, it isn't satire, you know? It's not all that bad. We have the NEC. That is the only thing you have, Jake. The Birmingham has the NEC, and that's it. They got dangerously close to writing the Veritan as good guys, but thankfully they haven't written anything else about them since their credits released almost 2 years ago. That's quite funny. 40k is just another season of Blackadder. But only if you understand what Blackadder is. For satire to effectively criticize something, it needs to be focused. The target must be clear, and relentless energy must be applied to undermining it. Satire doesn't have to be funny, but comedy does make a great vehicle for it because it prioritizes immediacy, impact, and clarity, and formulating a message that can be reliably make it through to an audience of possibly disinterested consumers. Anyone claiming this is all true for 140k today faces a serious uphill struggle, and that's what I'm trying to say. If you read it as satire, it will come across as satire, but if you don't realize it's satire, it won't come across. It'll come across as good guy saves the day. Good guy fascism saves the day. Don't quote that. Warhammer 40k has always been cool. It's a game and a setting with a blank space to which players will add their own narratives. It's full of ideas and characters that, when considered on their own terms as something to play with in a universe without consequences, are simply awesome, even if they are objectively appalling when we apply contextual knowledge from the outside world. The very first artwork of Space Marine shows them to be snarling, scarcely human, bionically enhanced brutes, but they've always looked dope. John Blanche's illustration of Imperial Guard commissars were directly inspired by the barbaric real-world military practice of executing soldiers for failure to follow orders, but he still gave them the sickest drip you've ever seen. God, they're so cool because they have cool armor. He kind of looks sick though. Making something look cool is not a good way to suggest it sucks. In fact, if there's even a hint of coolness about something, it's very hard to make a criticism hit home. Also, Big C, thanks for the 9 months. Really appreciate you. Fire Warrior PS2 introduced me to 40k. I've been rooting for the good guys ever since. Ow. Tau propaganda. Thanks for the 9 months, brother. Be like Big Z, become a member. And if you don't already a member, or you are already a member, let someone else become a member by gifting, because I can't eat without it, okay? We've had 2 gifts. We used to be getting 50 a day. We've had 2. Let's get 5. Let's get 5, baby. Thanks for the 9 months, Big C. Appreciate you. Best 9 months in the land. It's not over the top enough to be seen as satire. People still don't realize RoboCop and Starship Troopers are satire. That's the thing. I feel like Helldivers 2 has been like a really interesting one, because that's dragged up the fact of like RoboCop and Starship Troopers, because obviously it's heavily inspired by them. I realize I pressed the wrong button. There we go. Because like Helldivers 2 is heavily inspired by Starship Troopers, and that is a big thank you to Big C. Thanks for the gifting, buddy. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. That's very kind of you. Thank you, dude. 9 months and a gift. Legend.
Gifted member.
Helldivers 2 is hyper satirical, and they're quite obvious with it a lot of the time, but people still miss the point, you know? They're like, they don't get it. They're like, for Super Earth, for liberty! And it's like, Super Earth's really bad. The whole reason that you're fighting the aliens and the robots is because Super Earth kind of made them, you know? You're extracting 710 liquid because the Tyranids, the knockoff Tyranids, are making oil, and you're just stealing the oil from them. But they're like, God, these Tyranids are trying to hack this factory. When in fact, you're actually pulping the Tyranids down into oil to use as fuel for Super Earth. It's highly satirical, but people don't notice that. They don't really like get it. That sounds dangerously undemocratic. What do you mean? They're not making oil, they're making 710. That's the thing. That's the point. You know, it's all satire. You know, they're making light of like, oh, these people are really bad, but we keep pretending they're good. You know? You questioning democracy? See, it's funny, but also people take it seriously, you know? People do take it seriously. But it's a great example of like a new a new satirical background that people are taking seriously. The Tyranids should be happy to be to be of use to Super Earth. Exactly. Sounding like a Tyranid automaton sympathizer. Again, it's funny, but people also take it seriously. It's like, what's wrong with you? You know? The democracy officer on my bridge right now. Anyway, they just love Helldivers. So good. Anyway, video essayist and author Lindsay Ellis provides an extensive analysis of this phenomenon in video embedded below. In it, she compares the representation of the Nazis who generally agreed upon the absolute worst people in Mel Brooks' comedy The Producer against serious social drama American History X. The producers present Nazism, neo-Nazism without dignity or depth, while American History X is a dramatic exploration of the horrors of American white supremacy, with that story's worst villains portrayed as stoic characters with strong jawlines and transgressive tattoos. American History X may have been created with acute critical intent, and the producers are as a farcical musical joke. But of the two works, American History X has more neo-fascist fans. I don't know why I struggle with that sentence so much. Interesting. I've never heard of that before. Never heard of that show. The producers is so funny. I've never heard of it before. So I'll have to check that out. How long is this video?
So,
40 minutes. We're probably not going to watch this video. But it's an interesting one. If you want to watch it, I'll link the link. I can't believe that in 2024 we're generally reaching the point where people are generally getting upset at the premise of calling Nazis the absolute worst people. Yeah, it's a little bit sad, isn't it? It's a little sad that saying Nazi bad is controversial. The Producers is a show about two scam artists who make a play to lose money on purpose to collect the insurance. They make a play about Hitler and Nazis being cool, but people loved it. Right, okay, that makes sense. Was this the guy that turned up to a tournament? The Nazi guy turned up to a tournament? No, it's about like, we're talking about like how 40k is satirical, but they make it difficult to be satirical because a lot of the time they do the opposite. So, anyway, the producer, we read that bit. Warhammer 40k lore is developed in directions that directly undermine its ability to criticize the real-world inspirations of the Imperium. While Rogue Trader presented an Imperium that's arguably as atrocious as the forces that opposed it, the threats it faces have since escalated wildly, weakening the setting's satirical base by giving the Imperium more convincing excuses to be awful. The Drakari aren't just Eldar raiders, they're Hellraiser-style torture vampires. The Tyranids aren't just goofy-looking buds, they're galaxy-spanning extinction event. Chaos Space Marines aren't just rebels, they're malevolent, murderous cultists in a league with metaphysical powers that want to torture every human soul for eternity. In that ignoble company, the Imperium of Man is clearly the lesser evil. Yeah. Because obviously it used to be like, well, everybody, they're really bad, but these are kind of bad. And then they've flipped on its head where everything is like crazy bad. So you need the Imperium to look after you type deal. I think that's the kind of like the vibe it's getting, right? The irony and exaggeration remain, but they're now the background to a battle for survival, told from the point of view of usually relatable, sympathetic, and enjoyable Imperial characters. The satirical motifs no longer pointed at a satirical target. While the Imperium is clearly corrupt, inefficient, and ruinous to its citizens, the reality of its situation has changed to a critique into a question. Are these acceptable prices for continued survival? Are these inevitable consequences of continued survival? Great fodder for sci-fi debates, but ineffective satire. Because again, that's the thing. Like, satire is, well, we're really good, stay with us, but everything else is arguably better, and they're just kind of like mocking it, but they're not mocking it. They portray the Space Marines as the last hope for humanity, but then they put like unspeakable horrors against them, so they start to look like the last hope for humanity when demons that come out of literally hell come and fight them and they try and stop them. then that isn't satirical anymore. It's just the opposite, you know? The Votan will never be good guys because they rule by AI. GD are getting in there with the reference for sure. Just stop writing Marine wank. It's really that easy. If they started writing a lot more from other perspectives and made the Marines like look horrible, then they would come across as more satirical. But I feel like they're kind of missing the point. Or not missing the point. Like, the way they portray stuff is doing the opposite of what they want, right? To make it clear, anyone who thinks the politics of the Imperium of Man are a model to work from is wrong, but the primary reason for their wrongness isn't because 40k is a satirical critique of their ideology, it's because Warhammer 40k is fiction. Using Warhammer 40k to support real-world beliefs is like painting a door onto a brick wall and then trying to open it because you saw it in a cartoon. By the same token, insisting Warhammer 40k is just a satire and the common corollary that people who can't see that satire are delusional doesn't help the discussion because it doesn't engage with the many different things you'll find within 40k's warped and inconsistent tapestry. Every text is multi-layered, seeking to entertain and bring the author's personal perspective to life, but also carrying a certain baggage of genre expectation, including pulp adventure, procedural war dramas, horror, mystery, comedy, and much more. Which of the many possible readings we take away depends on what we bring to the work as readers, and there isn't a correct hierarchy of interpretations. And that's the thing, like, because there's so many people involved and so many people, because it's devolved from being super satire to kind of like just horror a lot of the time. I think that's the thing with it, is like a lot of it does come down to like horror and action. That the more people that write for it, the less satire, because the less focus, as they said at the beginning of the article, the less focused it's going to be. So because it's so much less focused, it's like the satire nature of it is lost, because ultimately, when it was quite obviously satire, it was written by like 2 people. Games Workshop becoming a corporate powerhouse beholden to their investment bank shareholders means you'll never get a fair view of anything. You'll get what makes them the most money. Yeah, true. When it's an independent little company doing it, they were fine. But now they're a big shareholder company. They can't make big companies sound bad, because they are one. Wargaming still welcomes GW's statement that real-world hate groups and adherents of the historical ideology is better left in the past. Yeah, true. Who seek to claim intellectual property for their own enjoyment and to co-opt them for their own agendas aren't welcome in the hobby. They bring the mood down, to put things mildly. Also, based. But simplifying the complex media beast down to a single genre it only vestigially resembles doesn't help us to accurately understand it or to unpick and address the different motivations that bring the people to the hobby. If we want to create and sustain a positive and inclusive culture in the hobby, we need to start with a frank assessment of what's actually being offered up by Warhammer 40k as it is today, however uncomfortable to our sensibilities the answer may be. Great article. And a great closer as well. That's the thing. We think it's satire, but Games Workshop doesn't always portray it as satire, and they are doing a worse and worse job of it, to be honest. And the fact that that's the case, you can't just go, well, it is satire, because ultimately it is built upon satire, but it has evolved completely in the past 4 years, you know? So now, arguably, it is still satire, and you can read it as satire, but it's not very obvious that it is satire unless someone goes, just say no, it's all a joke, you know? Because, as I said, if you're going to say satire, it's like, well, you have to be part of the Imperium because they're really bad. Everything else is really bad, and everything else isn't really bad. They're lying to you. That's satire. Much like Helldivers 2, you know? You're attacking the Terminids because they keep trying to invade when they're just trying to exist, and you created them, and now you're using them for oil, okay? That's satire. Whereas killing the Tyranids because they're like bio-harvesting every planet in sight and killing civilians, that's not satire anymore. That is just heroes being heroes, you know? Go and kill the baddie. So, I think, like, using Helldivers 2 as, like, a reference now is quite an interesting one for the fact that Games Workshop have lost their satire. Whilst they are still trying to be satire, because they are so widespread now, there are so many different voices involved with producing the works of Warhammer, it's very different to what it once was. Alpha Boost says, if the Emperor detects speak device is the closest we'll ever get to 40k being satire in this modern age. That is literally it, yeah. That is true satire of 40k. But that is making 40k satire, you know? GDU wants their cake and to eat it too. They want to be cool, but also a satire. Yeah, exactly. It's very much that right now. Right now, you can buy pins of Space Marine chapters. The Stormtroopers of the Imperium. You know, the turbo mega fascist organization. Haha, the Imperium are space Nazis. Buy their merch. I suppose you could say that the same for Star Wars as well. Like, you can buy Stormtrooper and Darth Vader merch. But it's like, they are always shown as the bad guy. Whereas Space Marines aren't shown as the bad guy. It's shown as the good guy. It feels like they need a stronger editorial presence in GW to bring the tone of their works in line. Maybe. Yeah, that would help. Definitely. But again, that's the thing. It's like they want it to be satire, but they don't write it. They don't really write it as satire anymore. They write it as, you know, Space Marine good, everyone else bad. Space Marines are the bad guys, but Chaos Space Marines are bad guys, which means the Space Marines are good bad guys. And that would be fine, but like they don't really like get that across anymore. More story perspectives would help, like not all Space Marines in the books. Yeah, if they had more perspectives and showed the Space Marines as like actually horrible, then yeah, that would help loads. Also, I just had a video recommended. What's this? Anyone seen this before? I thought you were about to quote the Wreck-It Ralph speech. Which one? Have we discussed why AOS has gone from Ultramarines to Salamanders to Poster Boys? I kind of briefly spoke about it earlier. I think it's because they want to differentiate from Custodes. I'm not sure how much clearer they could be with Bobby G being a blonde-haired, blue-eyed master race wet dream in charge of the Imperium. Quite literally. So. I know what this is. Is this AI? I'm a bad guy. Doesn't mean I'm a bad guy. Is this AI? This has just been recommended. Consider supporting the project. Doesn't mention AI. 97,000 views in 3 days, though. It's almost good as Discord. It doesn't look like AI. Shall we see the real animation? What the fuck? What is this? Who is this person? Step into the realm of short films and lore videos spotlighting the Space Marine success of the Warheads. They have 2 videos. Wow. How many fingers does that spaceship have? I don't think this is AI. That looks exactly like the Astartes one, though. Wait, is that how they transport Land Raiders? Is it actually how they transport Land Raiders? That looks so weird. That looks so odd. Are all Land Raiders space? Can all Land Raiders go in space? That is not AI. Shame you have to squint and glare at new animation. I know, right? It's cringe. How do you think they transported them? Look, I play Dawn of War. They drop a drop pod with all the bits, and then it goes, and then one appears, and it goes, Land Raider reporting. That's how they make them. Okay, that's it. That's all they do. I don't think they flew them like this. What the fuck? Give me Final Fantasy 7 vibes this bit. It looks fucking sick. This looks so good. Sound design's really good as well. The footsteps sound a bit out of time. I actually really like the realistic proportion, so they can actually see over their shoulder pads. Spartan, yeah. Are we trashing AI vids? This isn't AI, I don't think. It doesn't look like it. Holy shit, look at that. Power-Axe magged on. That was really cool. That was really good. Great job. That was really sick, Warheads. That was really cool. The thumbnail is fucking sick. The thumbnail is beautiful. The color on it is gorgeous. And that was just really cool. Great job. Yeah, that was sick. I just got randomly recommended as well. It's literally just on my homepage. It's gone.
The Warheads are a formidable Space Marine successor chapter, honored throughout the Imperium for their legendary tenacity on countless battlefields. Their lineage is as ancient as it is revered, marked by the weight of history and the legacy of their forebears, the Dark Angels. Across the stars, the Warheads stand vigilant as guardians against the darkness. They are, without equal, their legacy eternal.
There's the AI. I think that was AI. It might have been.
Entry 001. It's a chapter. Their legend countless fields. Their lineage is as ancient as it is.
That could be. Maybe the voiceover as well, do you think?
Revered, marked by the weight of history and the legacy of their forebears, the Dark Angels. Across the stars, the Warhead.
Maybe AI. But the animation is very, very good. Voiceover is 100%. This is a shame.
They are,
because the rest of it's really good.
Their legacy eternal. Codex entry 001.
Just FYI, a text-to-speech tool is not AI and no need to be upset by it. Yeah, but not all text-to-speech are just text-to-speech. Some of them are AI generated, you know? But yeah, that was really cool. Again, that just got randomly recommended. So go subscribe to Warheads. God, I'm lost.
The Warheads are a formidable space.
I'm lost in the sauce. Yeah, that was a really cool video. Again, I wasn't planning on watching that. I literally clicked on my YouTube homepage and then it came up.
You trans, bro?
And now I've clicked on shorts by accident. I was just having a nosy what was going on, you know? I like to go on my homepage because recommendations work quite well. Doesn't make it any less creative. If it's got AI art in it, it's a bit disappointing. But like, obviously it's not all, at least it's not all AI, you know? So yeah. That's about it. That was just a little random finisher. A very cool little video at the end. Great job. Go subscribe to Warheads. But I think overall, that is about it for today, chat. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I'm going to go watch this 40-minute video about Mel Brooks and producers. Is a new Gnomes team going to get you into Blood Bowl? I haven't seen it, but probably not. I don't know why these would get me into Blood Bowl, though. I do not care for this game. I do not give two fucks about it. You can enjoy it. That's fine. I'm just not mega hyped about Blood Bowl. I also don't like these miniatures. They aren't satire enough for me. It's half of the animals are farthing wood on that team. The Vorfox. The Vox is pretty weird. No, I don't fuck with it, you know? I don't fuck with Blood Bowl. That does look like a cool display, doesn't it? That. I think some of the miniatures are really nice. Don't watch that video. Watch the producers 1967 first. Do they fit in a Kallax? They need to make a good one for a Kallax. That's what they need to do. You can pick up a fancy name plaque for your larger collection, starting with the iconic space marines. Why would you buy this? Would anyone do? You actually gonna buy this? Those are so stupid. Look cool, but how much are these gonna be? You can buy them. Let's have a look. A crusade has begun. Shop now. Stop popping up. Bruh. Bruh. 20 quid. No, me to be entitled. Is that really $16.99? It fits a single Space Marine. Bro. It's just acrylic with a piece of paper in the background. And the only thing I'd buy one of these for is my Dreadnought. My Dawn of War Dreadnought. That's the only one I buy it for. Endless War could fit 5 models. $25.99. That seems ridiculous. How's the background made? It's a piece of paper. It's from Google Images. The display place for an army. So that's Leviathan. Let's be real. That's Leviathan. £55 to display it. Large. What can that fit in it? Large can fit an impulsor and some extra guys. 66. That seems ridiculous. The most inefficient carry solution. You're not supposed to carry them in this, obviously. I assume the piece of paper in the background isn't included. I think it is. Because that one says with a clear background. This one with endless wall background. The clear background is £1 or £2. The plaques are all unavailable. Okay, what's the point in advertising them then? I mean, they're not crazy expensive, but they seem a bit... Obviously, if you get one, then it's probably fine. It's when you need like 5 of them, you know? Like, I do think that looks very cool. But I think if you need more than one, it's a bit ridiculous. And then nothing else is happening today. Compared to IKEA, yeah, like it's just bits of acrylic. You can get acrylic for like 40. Like, you can buy this acrylic, this perspex or plexiglass or whatever, probably for about £7, maybe tops, with the fittings. Like, I printed a full acrylic display case, and I think the acrylic for it was like £3 or something. One sec, I'll show you. I've been working on it for a while, but and by working on it, I mean it's been sat on the floor for a while. So I printed this, right? And it has shelves on the back, right in the back, so you can put this the right size. This is the wrong size for this one. But you get the idea. Little shelves in it to make like a wall-mounted shelf. The acrylic for this is like £3, you know? And you can put one on the back. But it's a sealed unit, and it's magnetic, so you can take it off whenever you like. So I should probably do that with all this happening right now. I should probably finish that video. I paid 150 for a Diagon Alley case. That's crazy. That's really expensive. If it protects it, then fine, but it just seems really expensive in my opinion. I suppose I'm warped though, because I can 3D print one. You know what I mean? I can print and cut one if I wanted to. Get a referral code. I'm going to buy one of those boxes right now. I don't think they do referral codes. No. There's been nothing. Oh, affiliation. Let's have a look. Enjoy making content sharing your social community. Right, okay. Chat, we're going in. We're going in. Maybe we can bricks. Actually, ain't so bad. Maybe we can bricks. Ain't so bad, actually. But yeah. I mean, that's about it anyway, chat. It's been fun. It's been emotional. Hopefully you've enjoyed the stream. I have. Hopefully you've learned something about the news today. I think a couple of these might come out as videos as well. But I'm not sure. But I might have a video. I'm probably going to have a video coming out today or tomorrow, I think, about the Necrosphinx cheating drama. And then I'm working on a couple of the videos. A very cool video. You saw a little bit of it last week. I've nearly finished that. A lot of the parts should be arriving today. So, but I should be back Friday evening for a chilling gaming stream, which should be really fun. So, hopefully you can tune into that. So I'll be back Friday evening. And I'm sure I'll find something else that's happening in the community. But thank you so much for watching. I realize I've got no outro music on. Cringe. Cringe indeed. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for hanging out. It's been emotional. This isn't the outro music I was looking for, but it's a good track. So yeah, I'll be back Friday at 8 PM. Probably doing some chilling, probably doing some gaming, probably chatting some shit. And it's been fun. It's been emotional. And hopefully I'll catch you in the next one. How's that? How's that sound? That'd be cool. It'd be cool, that. I'd really enjoy it. If you've got a memory, if you haven't already, join the Discord. Let's join Discord. Grab a ticket to the tournament. And otherwise, catch you later. Bye. I am mercenary, actually. I am still reading.